Good morning, brothers and sisters. As we've talked about being rabidly Jesus focused and enjoying our relationship with God, that everything else, our sense of community and our sense of mission, those are all born out of being in God's presence. Uh, One of the ways I've been practicing that I've mentioned has been reflecting on Psalm 23, memorizing it. I've been encouraged that memorizing is the best spiritual discipline for reshaping our minds into reality. And Psalm 23 represents a reality, and I believe it's God's reality, that he is a provider, that he comes from abundance. And that's the word that's been sticking with me as you go through that psalm, you realize you lack nothing. That means you have everything you need. There's abundance in that language. And then there's the language of even, having a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Even before that, you can lay down in green pastures. You don't eat in green pastures because you're already full, and you're beside still waters. You're not drinking the still waters because you're already sated. And so there's an abundance just through this whole psalm. And then there's the anointing my head with oil, that he anoints my head with oil. Been reading Dallas Willard's Life Without Lack about Psalm 23. And he says that at that line you might think of hot showers and warm, fluffy towels, things that make us feel clean, comfortable, and special, and how God makes that possible. He says God is not only interested in our having something wonderful to eat, but also in blessing us with a life that is full and free and powerful in Him. He anoints my head with oil, so much so that what? My cup overflows. That's abundance. So let me share a passage with you today. Maybe this is one you can reflect on or even pray through. I've been praying psalms back to God, and just as I read through the prayer, read through the psalm, I'm praying it and personalizing it, either for me personally or for us together as brothers and sisters. And so I'm praying that over me and over you as well. And today is the very end of Habakkuk. I think that's how you say his name. And so I've heard Habakkuk, but he is writing at a time of just nothing but doom. He sees nothing but terror everywhere, and sees the Babylonian Empire threatening to destroy Jerusalem. In the midst of all of this, he's questioning God because people are turning their backs on him, even in this moment personally. And in all of this, he sees everything seeming to disintegrate and come apart. And yet he sees a God who pays attention to him and who listens to his questions and responds. And because of that, he ends his story. This is Habakkuk 3. He ends his story with these words. He says, I listened and began to feel sick with fear. My insides churned, my lips quivered at the sound. Decay crept into my bones. I stood there shaking. Now I wait quietly for the day of distress. I sit and wait for the time when disaster strikes those who attacked my people. And hear the lines. He says, even if the fig tree does not blossom, and there are no grapes on the vines, if the olive trees fail to give fruit and the fields produce no food, if the flocks die far from the fold and there are no cattle in the stalls, then I will still rejoice in the eternal. I will rejoice in the God who saves me. The eternal Lord is my strength. He has made my feet like the feet of a deer. He allows me to walk on high places. So my friends, as you go about your day to day, remember, you have a God who cares, who's eternal and watching over you. And that he is providing for you, not just to get by, but providing in abundance for all things. Together, you and I, we lack nothing. Grace and peace to you today.